Hey guys, just some routine maintenance stuff going on today. Nothing major. I'm underneath Oogie Boogie here, our 76 Malibu. I just started up, heated up a little bit. Now I'm going to get this oil changed, and it looks disgusting. That's what you get. The most reliable machine gets the least amount of attention. It's windy, nasty, rainy, crappy. I'll do it with the damn wrenchy. Oh look, there we go. This is amazing. Everything just coming off not so nice and easy with this thing, and I'm getting rainwater on my face. But you know, right on top of a hot header with my exposed arm, it feels real good. Oh, there comes all the oil. I can show you if you want. Just an oil change. Got the filter up in there on 350, and I have an aluminum finned pan on it. You can see it up in there. I put that on because it was actually cheaper than the steel one, and it's got a one-piece seal on it, so that helped. Right on top of this hot. Oh, damn it! Yeah, ain't got no room because of headers. You can get it up there. Yeah. Oh, that oil is just that. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, sorry, Oogie. I kind of neglected you a little bit. We do drive this all the time. It's used to it. Ooh, there, look at that. Yeah, I'd say she was due. She's definitely due. But anyway, yeah. Yep. You know, I really like these microfiber towels. You can get them cheap at Sam's or Walmart or whatever. I just kind of grabbed one. Boy, they get you clean pretty quick. I also had to use one of these because yeah, I left my box of blue towels out in the rain last night. Super absorbent. Anyway, I'm gonna get this oil filter in here. So, a lot of people will come up with the idea that, you know, some people say you have to fill this before you screw it on there. You don't have to. If you got a good working oil pump, there's oil there. It'll just automatically start pumping her in there. I just do it because, you know, I don't know. I just like it to have the oil in there. And of course, oil of choice for me is always will be this, ever since everything kind of went to hell. And what I like to do is I'll just pour some in it, and then I'll just use what I got to get the seal. It's not a big deal. And I think we got this pretty good. Gotta go up under the header. Up under the header. And up on the block. Kind of hard to do and try to hold camera. And I am putting the wicks on this. I think my last one they were out of them, believe it or not. And I ended up putting a micro guard. So it ain't bad. Then you just give this thing an old couple of twists, and I'll probably tighten it a little tighter than this, but you don't have to clamp them on there, guys. But we got that. There's that. Oh, I need to clean that off, don't I? Yep. Hold on a minute. Where's my rag? Where's my rag? Damn it. Whoa. It's windy. There we go. Make sure your washer's good. It is. All good. And there we go, dog hair on there. That'll work. There we go. Clean as a whistle. Alright, let me get this in here. Well, now you can start. There we go. A little bit of an oil leak at that front timing cover, but whatever. Shove that out of the way. Where's my big wrench? I lost my big wrench. What did I do with the big wrench? Well, come on now. Couldn't have went too far. There it is. Right where I left it. See? This thing was actually kind of loose. I didn't like that at all. Looks like it was leaking out this. Get it a little tighter this time. I love adjustable hammers. There we go. Now we get that cleaned off. Ooh, that thing was nasty. I'll just get it cleaned off so it looks a little better. And get up here, clean that off. Yep. Okay. We're done on the bottom. I need to get the cover on this thing. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Well, I got one. I just said maybe stick it on. Maybe not today. Maybe in a year. Maybe in a year. All right. I'm pretty sure this thing takes 5 cords. So, we only got about half a cord in there. Damn, I didn't spill a thing. What I don't like about these damn valve covers, there is no good way to fill them at all. Take the grommet out, and I got a funnel that's perfect for this, but it still spills. Comes out the hole. If you try to pull it out to give it air, it just goes out all over the valve cover and the headers, and you smell oil for a while. Alright, we got about half of it down. Now, I know, people are going to say, what are you doing? And I've had people say, what are you doing? Rotella already has zinc in it. Okay, let me make this perfectly clear. I am an owner-operator trucker that has a 3406E Caterpillar engine, and I use Rotella. And the shop that does my services for me on my truck, I happened to be in there one day and he's putting Rotella in. And there was a rep that sold Rotella, and I got to talk to him. I said, yeah man, I said, I've used Rotella in my hot rods for God, as long as I can remember. And he says, you still put an additive in it, don't you, on the flat tappets? And I said, well, I thought Rotella already had all that in it. He says, don't believe everything you read and see and hear. He says, you need to put some kind of a zinc additive in it with Rotella. Now, this is a Rotella rep, not just some random Joe off the street. He's literally selling hundreds and thousands of gallons of Rotella, telling me you still need to put a zinc additive in the Rotella. Well, that kind of freaked me out too, because my truck needs the zinc additive. So now I'm faced with, do I put a whole bunch of zinc additive in my semi too? Because he flat out told me these are it's kind of obsolete for newer vehicles as far as semis go. So I'm just going to the old standby STP. I've always used it. Sometimes I'll use the Luke. The only time I really use the Lucas zinc additive is when I'm breaking in a cam. I think that's some of the best stuff you can have. But yeah, so I don't care what anybody tells me. When the Shell Rotella salesman tells me to add to my flat tappet cams, I'm adding, because that's straight from the horse's mouth. That's not just some random Joe telling you he may or may not have tested. No. People say oil is oil. No, it is not. There are different additives, things blended into it that could harm your engine. Like back in the day, STP in a way could harm your engine because it had a lot of wax in it. Just like Quaker State and everything else. Don't listen to everything you hear. Me personally, I'm not telling you what to do, but I still put an additive in this no matter what. Especially with flat tappet cams. So take that how you want it. Don't believe me. I don't care. All I know is I'm doing it. I am definitely going to listen to the guy who sells the crap over some guy that's just in his shop saying, this is what you do. And you can say the same thing about me. Right now, me telling you this, don't believe me if you don't want to. I'm just telling you what I do, and I'm giving you my experience. Go tell a rep, use a zinc additive. So I use a zinc additive. Actually, to make it right, I think it actually takes 2 bottles to regular conventional oil of STP to match the amount of zinc that was in the oils back in the day. So, like I said, take it how you want it. Let me get this in here. Sorry. Let's see where we're at. Kind of screwed up there. Usually you like to pull this out a little bit so it don't keep any of the garbage on it, but yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, we're a quart low. So it's probably about a quart and a quarter. It's alright. Start her up, make sure she's got pressure. Yeah, old reliable here. Fires right up every time, except for when that Holly decides to do Holly things. It's a good old motor here. Everybody likes to call them 355s, whatever. I call them 355. It's just 350 30 over. That's all it is. And it's got a, yeah, I'd say we're right on the money. Check it one more time. Let some of that chili today, so I'm gonna let it get down in the crankcase or down in the pan. Nah, I need to put a little bit more in it. A little bit more. It should be good. Yeehaw! The old Chevrolet off. This really is the most reliable car. I rarely, other than a small brake issue we had there for a bit, it's super reliable. This is one of the best motors I've built. Looks like holy hell now, but she really is one of the best ones I've built. Just smooth. Smooth as silk. Nothing spectacular, you know. Does its job. Okay. That's that. Just fire her back up. Him. Evidently this is a him. That sucker sits at that oil pressure all day long, no matter how hard it is, anything. It stays right there. Pretty awesome, really. This is the only bad spot, and I'm going to work on that this summer. You know, old school glass packs. But yeah, that's all the crap that comes out of the trees. We had a bad storm come through last night. It'll blow off, but here's old reliable. By the way, this engine's name is Lucille, which is my mother. That was her name because she was, you know, full of piss and vinegar. And this thing may sound pretty smooth, but I'm telling you right now, when you goose this sucker, you better be holding on, because she has got some horsepower, just like my mom did. So, all right, next project for today. Here we go. So what else we got going on today? Since it's obviously you can hear the wind, who knows what's going to fall on me at any given minute. So what else are we working on? Well, you ever heard the expression happy wife, happy life? See, this holds true when it's just, you know, people living together that love each other. Which people say, why would you want to get married? You know, and a guy says, I'd love to, you know, not make any decisions anymore. Well, there's also innuendo in that, to the fact that, like, well, it'd be nice if I could do this, it'd be nice if I could do that. So I got today, you know, it'd be nice if I could drive my Jeep, which means, Jay, go out there and get my Jeep ready so we can, you know, make sure it's ready to go so I can start driving. So, okay, I haven't showed much of this thing on the channel. This is Amber's 1986 CJ7. This originally was a 4-cylinder, I believe a 4-speed, maybe? Can't remember. Still got the pedals in it for it. But before I got it, somebody had rebuilt a 304 and the automatic transmission and everything for it before, I mean, that was all done. And what happened, how I procured this fine vehicle, nice rusty black fender here, was black, now it's just rust. What happened was a gentleman that I worked with had bought this Jeep, and him and his wife took it out for its first cruise, right? Turned a corner, another gentleman decided to take a Mercury Marquis and go up underneath the car, you know, underneath the Jeep. So what happened was, is it bent the frame right there, and this was all destroyed. You can see this is still bent. I never did fix it. This rim, I have the original rim that was here. I had to buy a new one, but this rim come out looking oval. I had to replace all the springs, and of course they had a special, you know, they had a special axle over system on it, and they didn't just sell the springs. Somebody had custom built the springs for it, so I had to take a brand new spring, cut it apart, or not cut it apart, you know, take it apart and redo it with old pieces of spring, new pieces of spring, till I got it. And then I had to put these in there to hold it because I didn't have any other way to do it. And luckily I was able to find one shock, you know. But this one I believe has the 35s underneath it. They're not the big rear end and front end, but yeah, I've replaced the headers on it once. I actually have another set of those now because I didn't use them on the Javelin. But it has duals, and you can see there the floor. It is, this thing, the tub is just a rusty mess, but it's still solid, still drivable. The idea behind this Jeep, well, first I guess I should tell you how I got it. He called me and I seen it on Marketplace, and I got a hold of him. He goes, hey, you know, and I said, yeah. I said, I thought you just bought that. And he did. He paid like $6,000 for this thing. That was back in 2014 13, somewhere around there. And I bought this thing. He bought it back from the insurance, and I bought this thing for, I believe, $1,200, $1,275. And you can tell how hard he got hit. This seat is actually bent back right here. I've never had replaced that. It's got the big sound bar in it, and of course I put a different stereo in it. I have the soft top. It's the one that you can take the sides off. I've replaced this top. You'd be surprised how cheap they actually are. But I got the doors and all the stuff, the back and all that. But we just, you know, she just uses it around here, drive it around for fun. We did take it mudding a couple times. It does pretty good. But the main problem is this floor it's gone. I've got license plates just sitting in there. So in order to make this one work, I'm gonna have to stabilize this a little better. You know, and it's got Bondo here and Bondo there, and the lights have never really worked right from ground issues. But I mean, all in all, it's a good looking Jeep. She decided to do the, you know, she loves Ghostbusters, so yep, she just named it Ecto. And got it up here. Needs a new windshield. But what the plan is with this is I have another Jeep, CJ7, that I traded some wheels for from a guy in town. That is from New Jersey. It's already got new floors on it, and it's rust free, other than a couple spots that are easily fillable. And that's a Laredo, actually, guys. 1984 Laredo, 258 automatic. This one was a stick that they put an automatic in, and it's got the 727 torque flight in it. I'm pretty sure it might, I don't know if maybe it is a 904. No, it's probably a 727, but they got this in, and I've had to rebuild this once. But I mean, she's pretty dirty in here, guys. It's really just for fun. It needs pressure washed out, but the idea is here, I'm going to see if I can get her started. So let's try. before. It is built. I'm not exactly sure what cam or anything it has in it. If I had a guess, just by the way it sounds like either the same cam that I have in the Javelin or equivalent. Maybe the Edelbrock setup, not sure. But it sounds about the same. So just let her sit here and warm up. Oh goody. Looks like we already got a gas leak. Got a gas leak. That's great. I guess we need to fix that real quick, don't we? Alright. Yeah, it's just a little loose. This needs replaced, but we can do that. I'm not going to do it right now. I just want to get it running. See if we can turn the choke off. It's got a manual on her. There you go. There we go. Yeah. So you can hear. It's about a 260. Probably that Edelbrock or a Cam 260. I don't know because I haven't been in it. But one thing that I wanted to do to this is at least get some bumpers on it, because yeah, it's kind of not right. This was actually Mama backing into it, but like I said, everything don't. There's a ground problem somewhere. But yeah, I almost considered taking the motor out of this and putting it in the Javelin while I was building it. That way I could have took my time, but that might have made Mama really mad. Like I said, don't make Mama mad. This one's got the Mama special get the F out of my way horn. It ain't working right now. I don't know why it ain't working, but it's loud as hell. There might be another thing with this ground. I'm telling you, there's something going on. I don't know if it's rusty or what, but I put one here and one here, and oh my God, this thing will rattle your cage. Like loud. If I can get it to work. Yeah, we got something going on. This one has heat and air and everything, or heat, you know, at least. And oh, there they are. Wipers work. Switches backwards, which is great. But the problem we get into is when you get the lights going, like right there, the blinker is not working. If that tells you anything. So this thing needs some serious wiring things done. So anyways, I suppose we'll take her up front. I'll have to back her out of here, definitely. So here's the one thing, she wants to drive it, she gets to clean it. I ain't cleaning it out. Oh boy, she's low. I know it's got it in there because I check them every winter. It's not a big deal. All right, let me get this damn thing up front. All right. This is actually a pretty neat shifter. I had to rebuild this down here, but it's made for if you have a stick shift and you convert it to automatic. But I had to rebuild it once. Somebody didn't put it together right, which is typical. Oh man, I think I hold on a minute. So ripped the dog line, so I had to fix it. But yeah, let's take her up front. That way Mama or whoever can clean it out.
And then we can drive it.
Yeah, this thing runs great. Go through the muddy ditch. Steering on this thing is complete garbage, but I think that's every CJ7 known to man. Yeah, this is definitely, I don't know, maybe it is a 400. I've never been underneath this that much. I don't think I ever really cared because it's mechanically it's awesome. So bring her down. thing's a horse. This thing is a horse.
Maybe we should get long.
Hold on. Going through the ditch. Uh-oh. High centered. We got high centered. Oh well. Yeah, we're just playing around anyway. I have to move Oogie Boogie. I'm gonna back him up. Well, keep missing. There it is. We'll move Oogie Boogie, put her in the yard. This is him. She runs good. Never overheats. Yeah. All right, let's get Oogie moved. We'll put this in place. I'll be back in a minute. So yeah, say reliable. Starts right up every time, don't it, buddy? This takes a little bit. Got to address that fuel leak. I never did check because I had to redo this whole thing. You can see where it's bent right here. That's where the frame is bent, and then it's rusty in places and crusty and all that, but everything works. It's not bad at all. Yeah, it is 727. I never noticed that before. Damn. Oh, it's got a drain plug on it. Hell yeah.
Hey, this thing,
The lift kit and these exhausts. These sound good. I'm not exactly sure what these are, but they sound really good. Look, I've got a pinion leak, and you can see right here. Oh, I'm getting old.
this thing
And then,
already expired.
yeah, I know. We're gonna fix that. So you can see we're missing things like right there, but the one in the back is still good, except for the rear frame rail is rusting. Well, actually, no. That was just the coating they had on it rusted. It does have a new fuel tank in it, but the sending unit does not work worth a damn. They got an aftermarket one in it, and it's awful. But this is the problem. The rear seat has no stability, so we're gonna have to fix that so she can drive it a little safer. It's fine if you're sitting in the front, but if you're sitting back here, it's not good.
Yeah, especially when you hit the brake so hard, you just go flying.
Yeah, you can see it just pulls up. So we may just take a piece of sheet metal and hook it straight into this and just tighten her down real good. 'Cause, yeah. And no, this isn't from just letting it. This was like that when we got it. It was literally like that when we got it. She's pretty rusty, this stuff here. I mean, it's typical Jeep rust. But it's got the 6x9 packs here in the back. They sound good, except for the little, probably ain't worth a damn anymore.
I'm pretty sure the spider that was right
Oh,
there.
there's my glasses. But it's a good old trusty Jeep. So, well, that's gonna do it for that one. What else we got going on here? Probably nothing. But that's our Jeep, or Amber's Jeep. One of them. We got three, but this one's Amber's. It's her baby. It's actually the first vehicle that I gave to her, and it was well worth it. We had a lot of fun in this thing till that started to get a little wonky and unsafe. So we'll see if we can't make it a little safer. Shouldn't take much. Well, you know what? I think that's going to do it for this little half-ass video. I got plenty to do around here, but it's just cold, windy, nasty, wet. I just can't. I need a break. I did have a few things that I found out about the Javelin here I can let you in on. I ordered my third fuel pump for it. That's right. First one was a Precision. Put that one in. Lost tons of oil on Power Tour because of it. It was leaking oil out the thing. I did a video on that where it clamps together, where it bands together. It was leaking real bad. It was pumping good, but it was leaking real bad. So I put this brand new one I bought in Memphis on Power Tour. Put it on there. the motor is brand new. I just been driving around and I noticed that my filter, I got a clear filter on it, would just go empty, and then all of a sudden it would just start filling again. What the hell is that? So I thought maybe it's a brand new pump, so I thought maybe I had a hole in a fuel line somewhere. Nope. Checked it from front to back. It actually had a like covering on it, and then turns out that line's like not very old. So I got all the way to the back. I even have a new pickup in it, pickup and sending unit and all that stuff. Well, then I'd see it empty, and I'd rev on it, and it would fill, but it would take it a little bit. It'd spit and sputter, and it'd have some air. Yeah, the diaphragm in that brand new fuel pump is bad. So I got 2 on order. One for the replacement for the one that's bad, and then one that I can apparently keep with me. But I think the plan is I'm gonna put electric fuel pump on this one like the Ranchero has. That way, if something happens, I can flip a switch or turn it on, and, you know, which is dumb. Why wouldn't I just use that all the time? I'm just thinking it takes, you know, that's energy and electric that don't need to be going anywhere, because the charging system on these things ain't the greatest anyway on these AMCs. What else have I got going on I can let you in on? Just getting the exhaust up on Artemis, our ambulance over there. He's right there. Once I get that up, I got a few oil leaks I need to fix on that new motor that I didn't catch when we put them in, when I put that new pan and everything on it. So I may have to jack it up and, you know, put a different pan gasket on it. And I've actually got a one piece right here. I don't know why. I just figured since I was putting it on, I wouldn't need it. I could just, you know, do my normal thing, but it didn't hold in pure Pontiac fashion. Nothing against Pontiac, but some of their stuff is just, it's not good, especially the oil pan. But yeah, Oogie's ready to drive all summer. Oil change, we're gonna get that Jeep going. Javi's got 2 months from today to be ready to go to Georgia to start Power Tour. And it's the Mountain Trail Power Tour. I mean, it's all up through everything. You know, ends in Bristol. So you guys are gonna be at Power Tour. Make sure you come up and say hi if you see me. We're doing Random Willie this time. We're not doing the Platinum. We did that for our first one. This one, we just got our own hotels and everything. So we won't be up front anywhere close. Maybe, but and if we don't get her running right, there's 2 options here. We either take the Ranchero, I put a transmission in it, we take him, her, or we take him. We'll just take the wheels and tires off the gutless over there, so it's a little bit better ride, because that thing rides like a train on, you know, a swishy swish. It is bad. It bounces the hell out of you, beat you to death. But I'd rather not. I'd rather take Javi. She should be fine. I got to get those, I got the rear springs for it too. And I'm rambling, you know, got a lot going on. Not really, but this is what it looks like on Irish Outlaw Garage property. And everything from the Jeep truck back there and the Bronco, there's only 3 back there that don't run. Everything else here runs and drives. Every bit of it. And most of them are licensed and insured except for 2. But all titles, all ready to go. Anyway, it's just a bull video. You know, like I said, don't want to do anything today, so I'm not going to do anything today. You saw what I did. I'm going to go in and edit. Maybe put this one out for fun, just throw her out on the channel. Might do that. Y'all take care. Appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. A lot coming on the Buick, a lot coming on the ambulance, and a lot coming on the Javelin. So, appreciate you watching. Take care.